operations. Bless us all to that end. All this, I pray in your most holy name. Amen.
Please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your headdress. Thank you. Please be seated. Please welcome the commander of 1st Battalion, 145th Aviation Regiment, Lieutenant Colonel Mark Axtell.
Family members, friends, guests, and instructors, thank you for your support in commemorating this tremendous occasion. We are delighted that you are able to celebrate with us today. Attending the ceremony representing the United States Army Aviation Center of Excellence are Colonel Jason Woodward, Commander, 1st Aviation Brigade; Colonel Kevin McHugh, Commandant, United States Army Warrant Officer Career College; Chief Warrant Officer 5, Nigel Hebsher, Command Chief Warrant Officer, 1st Aviation Brigade; Command Sergeant Major George Ackerman, Branch Training Sergeant Major; Command Sergeant Major John Bonilla, 1st Aviation Brigade; and Command Sergeant Major Joey Dotson, 1st of the 145th Aviation Regiment. Thank you for joining us today. To our newest Army Aviation Captain's Career Course graduates, congratulations on your accomplishment. It has been a long road, and in a few minutes, your leadership school journey will come to an end. The information and skills that you have learned will enable you to be successful operational leaders in the field and at the company level. I encourage you to continue to grow and learn from those around you. Congratulations again on a job well done, and best of luck in your future command. Now it is my great pleasure to introduce the guest speaker for today's graduation ceremony. Colonel Stephen Waldrop has more than 26 years of military service. Upon graduation from the University of Alabama in 1998 and then flight school, he began his career as an aviation officer and attack helicopter pilot. During his time in the Army, he received numerous awards and decorations for his service, and served in a number of operational and key positions from attack aviation platoon leader to company commander to deputy brigade commander. He also served as a deputy brigade S3 and chief of plans for the 82nd Combat Aviation Brigade at Fort Liberty, North Carolina, and as G3 to the 75th Innovation Command in support to Army Futures Command. He currently serves as a USACE Director of Simulations in charge of annually supporting virtual and constructive training for 18 programs of instruction across 375 exercises and more than 112,800 hours in support of 1,380 flight students. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Colonel Stephen Waldrop.
Good morning, distinguished guests, family, friends, and our newest Captain Career Course graduates. Thank you for joining us to honor Class 23004. It is indeed an honor to be here for such a significant milestone in the lives of these young Army leaders. I want to take a special moment to thank the parents, families, and friends of the fine young men and women we are honoring today. The success of these warriors is attributed to your influence and guidance. Their core values were forged long before they arrived at Fort Novosel, and thank you again for a job well done. To the course cadre and supporting staff of this great institution who have been charged with administering the curriculum, educating and preparing these leaders to become competent and capable in the art and science of our profession of arms. Thank you for your time, knowledge, and energy, preparing them for what lies ahead in the most challenging and rewarding life an American citizen can live. As cadre, you have constructed a foundation upon which the future of our branch will continue. These capable soldiers will leave here knowing what right looks like and can build upon these skills as the capable leaders that we expect. We can never thank you enough for your dedication and mentorship. I would like to take a moment to honor and congratulate the students from our allied nations. We have folks here from Cyprus, the Czech Republic, Morocco, Poland, Romania, and Turkmenistan. We thank you for your service and look forward to sustaining our productive relationships regarding the mutual defense of our sovereign nations. Graduation from the Aviation Captain's Career Course brings closure to another critical milestone as you progress through a rewarding career. It is certainly not the end of your education. You must be a lifelong learner to achieve success in our branch and our Army. Standing before you as an old soldier with a lot of scar tissue, I can offer some observations. History gives answers only to those who know how to ask the questions. So be intellectually curious, and don't be afraid to innovate if you discover a better way. Experience is something you often get after you need it, and most soldiers learn the toughest of lessons by one of two ways: blunt force trauma or observed trauma. Most of you will avoid the personal thrill of blunt force trauma by seeking out the wisdom of salty instructor pilots, standardization pilots, fellow company commanders reaching the end of their command experience, your first sergeants, your battalion commanders, and your command sergeant majors. They've already reserved much and can advise you to be all you can be. For the rest of you, I invoke the words of the celebrity Johnny Knoxville: if you're going to be dumb, you better be tough. Seek mindful mentors. Solicit leaders who inspire you and motivate you. And look for leaders who spark something in you regardless of their rank. Find those leaders who will push you out of your comfort zone. Often you will command men and women with more experience than you presently have. Don't compete with that because you wear more rank. Rather, absorb it and seek their counsel often. It is beyond these limits where true growth and maturity happens. Mentors will attempt to pour experience and knowledge into you, and you must be ready to drink from that cup when offered. One of the most beneficial aspects of mentorship with the lessons you learn about yourself. You should be intellectually curious. Strive to get better, sharper, and stronger. Build strong bonds with your peers and subordinates, and your goal should be to forge a team so strong that an outsider can't tell who's in charge. As you progress in your military career and beyond, always be an advocate for our Army and our branch. Recommend only the best to bolster our ranks. Share the benefits of service. Emphasize the commitment to something greater than ourselves. As you travel the world, tell your Army story. As you mature into seasoned aviation leaders, your advice, your guidance, and your voice will carry weight. Your mere presence will exert influence. Make your voice the catalyst that inspires others towards excellence, and always take care of your team. Our nation's defense rests on the soldiers of competent leaders of character who are comfortable with complexity and can operate from the tactical to the strategic level. I know each of you are ready to meet these challenges that our changing world presents and to lead America into that future. A lot of people are counting on you, and every time you pull pitch, don't lose sight of the fact you're flying our most precious resource, our nation's sons and daughters. I want to leave you with just a few key points as I reflect back on my time as a company commander and a young field grade officer. Two simple watchwords come to my mind: commitment and teamwork. Regarding commitment, you'll be thrust into positions of greater responsibility and you'll be faced with difficult decisions. To be armed with the best information, you must commit to being the kind of leader that inspires confidence and trust among your team. You must be emotionally, physically, and mentally fit. Take an interest in what motivates your subordinates and help them get what they need personally and professionally. Once you achieve that level of trust and partnership, they will reward that commitment with priceless dividends. When operating at this level of leadership, decisions often come with friction and cost. I think of the famous Spanish conquistador Hernando Cortez, who landed on the beaches of Veracruz, Mexico in 1519 with 600 soldiers, 15 horsemen, and 15 cannons. The Spanish crown gave him the mission of conquering the Aztecs and the establishment of a permanent colony in the New World. To demonstrate his commitment to this mission, when he arrived on the beaches of Mexico, he ordered his ships to be burned to eliminate the possibility of retreat. For better or for worse, he achieved his objective in spectacular fashion by dominating the Aztecs and ensuring the establishment of Mexico City, one of the most important European cities in the Americas. It stands 500 years later as the sixth largest city in the world, housing 21 million residents. Thus, my advice to you, once you're sure of your way forward and made thoughtful decisions for you and your team, commit to the decision and burn the boats. Share the discomforts and awards with your teammates and come with the success that follows. Your time as captain is relatively short, so you must commit to yourself. Know your aircraft, your role, and your task and purpose. Know your mission and your team. Do what is necessary to develop subordinate leaders that can adapt and excel in the most demanding combat environments. Train hard collectively, because the crucible of large-scale combat operations is unforgiving. After 26 years of active service and 3 combat deployments, I can distill my thoughts to a few simple truths. The most important one, winning matters. Always be decisive. Be ready to fight and win the first time at the PZ, the LZ, the battle position. Small victories breed confidence within yourself, and that collective confidence will achieve decisive victories on the battlefield. Remember your oath and reflect on it often. Over the course of your career, these guiding principles will be occasionally tested. Commit to the oath and remind yourself as often as you need to. You are a qualified leader within our branch now. With that, I invoke the words of our esteemed branch chief, Major General McCurry. Army aviation and its leaders must acknowledge, accept, and embrace the challenges placed before us. The aviation enterprise must learn from the challenges of our past, understand the friction before us, and prepare the future we have yet to imagine. Our decisions as a branch must never waver from the commitment made to America's sons and daughters, with those in the air and on the ground. Across the broad range of missions, attack, lift, assault, and reconnaissance, Army aviation must retain and continuously earn the sacred trust. This is why we exist. This is what we do. Regarding teamwork, to this point in your career, you have all been trained to be ruthlessly competitive with each other. You had to land high on the order of merit, to achieve your commissioning source. You had to graduate OBC and get the aircraft you wanted. And then you had to compete for the rank of captain. Congratulations, you made it. You made it. Now I posit you must transition your mindset to mature, capable, seasoned leaders of combat formations, as you are no longer just another competitive face in the crowd, but the one that will stand next to the guidon. You must become a coach, a teacher, a mentor, and build your team. What we do is a team sport, and leading or being a member of an effective team that trusts each other will make a decisive difference in both high-risk training and combat. Like Cortez, you cannot go into the jungle alone and meet your objective. You must build and take care of a team of warfighters that will bring 200 tons of lethal moving parts with you to ensure your success. Intellectual leaders with hyper-competitive mindsets are the ones they think they can do it all by themselves. Blessed be the makers of effective combat teams, for they will make the decisive difference in future fights. I close with a final congratulations on becoming graduates of this course. You have earned your place as a member of an exclusive group, and in the coming years, I look forward to the contributions you will make in the United States military and the preservation of our Union. You are our future. I wish you severe, clear, and every success on your journey above the best.
Thank you, Colonel Waldrop, for your inspiring remarks. At this point in the ceremony, we recognize those graduates who have excelled in the course. Graduates who are within the top 20% of their class are given special recognition as Commandant's List graduates, honor graduates, or the Distinguished Honor Graduate. The Distinguished Honor Graduate is the title bestowed upon the officer who attained the highest overall scholastic average throughout the entire course of instruction. As the title implies, it is the mark of excellence representing outstanding achievement in academic endeavor. The Distinguished Honor Graduate also receives the Top Graduate Aviation Captain's Career Course Award from the Order of the Dedallions. At this time, I take pleasure in announcing the Distinguished Honor Graduate from the Army Aviation Captain's Career Course Class 23004, Captain Spencer Clem. Now we will recognize the remaining top 20% in ranking order and then the remainder of the class in alphabetical order. Captain Parker Brinson, honor graduate. First Lieutenant Alexander Banas from Poland, honor graduate. Captain Travis Chu, honor graduate. Captain Matthew Isnardi, honor graduate. Captain Jacob Marquillo, Commandant's List graduate. Captain Cole Quednow, Commandant's List graduate. Captain Ellis Johnson, Commandant's List graduate. Captain Christian Valentine, Commandant's List graduate. Captain Logan McBride, Commandant's List graduate. Captain Kristen Mortensen, Commandant's List graduate. First Lieutenant Irina Akatrine from Romania. Captain Ryan Alexander. Captain Corey Baker. Captain Cameron Barth. Captain Adajan Bashimov from Turkmenistan. Captain Jordan Berry. Captain Stephanie Brower. Captain Jordan Carble. Captain Young Cha. Captain Nicole Krasnowski. Captain Joshua Cirlante. Captain David Clements. Captain David Cottrell. Captain Tyler Cox. Captain Robert Fitch, winner of the Iron Aviator Award. Captain Benjamin Foster. Captain Joshua Friedrich. Captain Xavier Hernandez. Captain Colton Hinson. Captain Briano Illery. Captain Maxwell Liebel. Captain Stephen Luxian. Captain George Martinez. Captain Todd Miller. Captain Nathan Morford. Captain Jeremy Mortensen. Captain Connor Mulholland. Captain John O'Brien. Major Zakaria Umziti from Morocco. Captain Jong Park. Captain Brandon Pendergrass. Captain Brian Perea. Captain Galen Robeson. Captain Noah Strong. Captain Kevin Sullivan. Captain Carlos Tala. Captain Tristan Tarpey. Captain Konstantinos Theodoro from Cyprus. First Lieutenant Petr Topolsky from the Czech Republic. Captain Alex Trumbull. Captain Spencer Welton. Captain Colton Whitener. Captain Zachary Winter. Captain Zachary Yop. Graduates, please stand. Please join me in a round of applause for the Aviation Captain's Career Course graduates. Please remain standing for the playing of the aviation song, Above the Best, and the Army song, The Army Goes Rolling Along. concludes the Aviation Captain's Career Course graduation ceremony. Thank you for joining us today. Class leader, please dismiss the class.
Class dismissed.